And y'all know how we do. It's me, the Big Herc, and you tune in to Herc's World, man. Season 7, episode 11. Man, it is part 2 of the live auditions. I kind of messed up. Y'all kind of saw who was already in the mix, but I can kind of control things from where I am. So we just did it. So we are officially into the second part of the interviews or our live auditions. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you. And also, here's what we're doing. Herc's World is expanding, and basically what that means is, um, it's tiring running this show by myself, coming up with topics and graphics and all the other stuff that you have to do to be a podcaster. So I had the bright idea, or was also told by a couple other people, hey, you need a co-host. Or co-host. So what we're doing is we're holding live auditions to see who is going to be the new co-hosts of Herc's World. Um, Last week we had Anthony, we had Vanessa, and we had Royce. So if you have not watched that, go back. You can stream that live on the tccenetwork.com. That's www.tccenetwork.com. Watch part 1 of the live auditions. Then if you missed it, if you missed this one, you can also stream this episode there. Like, comment, share, subscribe to the network, vote for your people, and the winner with the person or the people with the most views will become the new host of or new co-host of Herc's World. So, with all that being said, I think we're gonna go to commercial. Yeah, I'm gonna go to commercial. We're gonna get this party popping real fast. We started a little late tonight, due to me being a little dumb. But we're gonna get it on and popping. Stay tuned for more. Our We'll be right back. Welcome back to Herc's World. I am your girlfriend's favorite podcast host, to be Herc. And if she says I'm not, that hoe's a liar. Welcome. All right, so it is part 2 of the live auditions. Herc's World is looking for new friends. So without further ado, I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna let the people introduce themselves right now.
Hello, I'm Krystal or Krystal-Symone. Um, I am a mom first, personal assistant. Um, so yeah, hey y'all.
Why do you feel like you'd be a great co-host?
Oh, I feel like I'll be a great co-host because I'm very unbiased. I love talking to people and getting the difference of opinions from them. And just having conversation around certain topics, get other people's opinions, get, insights from everybody. So that's why I believe I'll be a good co-host.
Okay. And let's go.
What's going on, y'all? This your boy Cord TV. You know what I'm saying? A little bit about myself. Y'all might have seen me in um fixing the game, the TV drama that was on YouTube. You might have seen me in was that No Excuses and Going Legit, and I acted in that as well. You know what I'm saying? reason I would be a good co-host or whatever like that. It's because basically, like I said, like she said, I'm unbiased about a lot of stuff. Um, my opinions sometimes is just different from other people or whatever like that, and I love interesting conversation. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm kind of a debater.
Okay, I like that. I need somebody I can go back and forth with and talk trash to. I didn't know you were an actor. You know, I didn't know you had like credentials like that. And you know, so I'm very intrigued to see, you know, how y'all gonna bring the energy and bring the attention to the show tonight. So
That
let's go ahead.
Before we start, I'm sorry, you
no,
a Rams fan? You a
You a
Rams
Rams
fan?
oh yeah, die hard, die hard.
Oh well, I didn't wear my Bears stuff on purpose because I was like, let me not put on no branding. But if I would have known you was showing up like that, I would have been Chicago Bears down head to toe. But it's cool. I'm gonna let you have your moment. It's draft day
I
tomorrow. It's
mean,
cool.
yeah,
Let's
okay,
get it started. Let's get
that's,
it started.
that's cool. Chicago Bears, that's different. You know,
The Rams, that's different.
Hey,
yeah. I
look,
mean, a winning
there,
team, a winning team. You
Hey,
know,
hey, I get the final say, and I'm a Bears fan, so there will be no Bears slander tolerated on Herc's list.
outnumbered.
okay,
Jeez.
So,
okay. We gonna try. We gonna try not to do that.
All right.
I, this gonna be fun. All right, so I'm gonna share my screen with y'all here in a second. Um, there is a video that was sent to me that is going to be topic number one. This is Crystal's topic. So hold on. Damn, did you send it in a text message?
Yes, how would you like me to send it?
You sent it in a text, and I'm trying not to let y'all be in my business too much because
Oh,
I don't need y'all to see the freaking shit I'll be talking about. But hold on, let me see if I can find you.
you need me to send it in an email?
No, I got it right here.
Okay, because we don't need nothing flashing up on the screen.
All right, hold on. Here we go. Sure. Go back to here. Share. Wait, that one. Wait, oh, that one. All right. Can y'all see my screen?
Yes.
All right.
Given men a capacity and a responsibility that women do not have, and we have to be honest about it. And one of the biggest examples that I can give of that, imagine it's raining and you're in New York City. And if you've ever been to New York City or in France and it starts raining and people start selling umbrellas on the street, those $5, $10 umbrellas, they're not worth much, but they get the job done until you get home. Imagine you have that man. You have the man that gets the job done, isn't anything special, but he gets the job done. That man, no matter how little you view him, is made to handle the rain. You were not made to handle the rain, but you were made to hold up that which can handle the rain. If you didn't have that umbrella, you would come back home smelling like what you were poured on, what poured on you. When a man comes back in as that umbrella, he gets dried quickly, water repellent, it falls off of him, and no matter how equipped you thought he still was built for the rain. The difference also, some of you want that Neiman Marcus umbrella. Some of you want the wood handle. Those things are heavy. And if God gave you a man like that, then you have to be the woman that can hold up that man. Because an umbrella that is not used, it can be for the rain, for the sun, It shields, it provides shade, it allows what's under it not to be touched. We are the vessel, not weaker. We are the vessel that was meant to let the one that God gave us be held up and used for what he was made. So now, as a wife, I want to say, I don't want to get wet. I don't want to sunburn. My skin's not built for that. So instead, I'm going to let the man be who he was meant to be. And if God gave me, which he did, my man's about as heavy as this table. That means God made me capable of holding him up. If my man is not doing what he was made to do, it's because I, as his wife, am not holding him up. One thing I will credit myself to is that that man can come and do what God has him to do, because on the back end, he is being held up and held down. But because God has given men a capacity.
All right. So that is topic number 1 this evening. I guess the way we can pose the question is, are you a man or a woman that is capable of the person that you want in life? So if you feel like you're the strong, protective man's man, are you worthy of a woman who is going to be able to support that? If you are this woman who feels like she's wifey material, are you legit wifey material, or you just out here playing? Krystal, it's your topic. You up first.
Okay, so to answer your question, I want to give a disclaimer first. So I'm gonna say, as of right now, like, marriage is not, like, you know what I'm saying, something that I'm pursuing currently. Not saying it's off the table. So I do want to give that disclaimer. But to answer your question, currently, right now, I would say no. But if I was to get in that situation to where I was seeking that husband and things like that, absolutely. I'm a caterer anyway. Like, I always have said that I really genuinely feel like women always say what women need. Like, we always are like, well, I need this, or I deserve this, or I deserve that. And I've always posed the question of, like, or like they always say, like, men don't know what we go through and this, that, and the other, and da 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 da. Okay, well, let's turn it around. Do we know what men go through? Because we're not a man. Like, do we know that part of it? I feel like it becomes very selfish of women sometimes to not take that into consideration, because I don't know if I could be a man. I don't know if I could deal with what men deal with. I've never been that. So absolutely, I feel like I would step into that place. Like, in situations, relationships that I've, been in, I feel like that is the part where I show up the most. Like, what do you need? How do I make your day better? Like, how do I make your situation better? Um, I hate using the word simple, because people think, like, when you say simple, oh, she's simple, but I'm just very simple. Like, I'm very, like, simple when it comes to that. I love, you know what I'm saying, catering and doing and asking and providing, my man with whatever he needs in whatever situation.
I got a follow-up question to that, but I'm gonna let Core go first and give his response. Go ahead.
Um, I'm with her on a lot of that. You you gotta be, you gotta be what you say. Like, a lot of people, it's easy for you to say, "Hey, I want a person that's this, that, and the third," but can you reciprocate? Can you be the equal to what you asking for? You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, I feel as if I am. That I can be that for somebody. But a lot of times, like I say, a lot of people, they name all this stuff and they say what they want, and then they say that they're, a good woman or a good man or whatever like that, and this, that, and third, but they don't embody everything that, you know, come with it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be some good days, some bad days. Can you handle all of that? that energy has to be, reciprocated. I feel like.
Okay. So the follow up question I have for both of y'all now, and so I'm gonna go with Krystal first. So the follow up question to the question is: you made the statement you like catering to your man, like that's just how you are. In certain situations, that may be seen, that may be looked at as you're giving wife energy to a boyfriend or somebody that's not deserving of it. How would you respond to that if somebody says, "Okay, well, you showing up, you cooking, you cleaning, you catering, um, but that's just your boyfriend. That's not your fiance. That's not your husband. That's not the person you pretty much you feel like you're gonna see or you're gonna be with for the rest of your life."
So how I would answer that is first off, I don't care. Um, I mean, I don't. My man is my man, and what I'm doing for my man is what I'm gonna do for my man. If it look like wifey, you know what I'm saying, material me things to you, then that's just what it is. Because my whole thing is that if I'm looking to be a wife, then I need to be doing wifely things. You don't get the ring and then turn into a wife. That's not how that works. So my whole thing is that whether it's a situationship, I'm not about to change. There's no change up in me. Like I just am who I am. That's what you're gonna get. Which is why I always say when I deal with people or talk to them, like this the crystal experience over here. I don't have nothing to do with what somebody else got going on. So over here, this is how you get treated. You know what I'm saying? So wife or not, girlfriend or not, whatever it is, that's just me. That's how you get treated. Now, either you accept it and you do what you got to do to keep that treatment, or you fall off the bandwagon and you don't get to experience the crystal experience, whichever one you want to do. But I don't care about what other people think. If you feel like me cooking and cleaning and walking the dogs and doing the laundry and all of that is wifey stuff, then now you could think that, but that's crystal stuff. So
Car, Corey, what you got?
Don't you do training before you get the job? I
hey.
mean, come on, man. Don't you do training before you get the job, man? I mean, it shouldn't be a problem. I mean, everybody gets caught up in these titles and everything like that. But I mean, you're trying to you're preparing yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can't just walk in there and be with somebody and not do any of those type of things, man or woman, you know what I'm saying, before you get married. And then when you get married, now I'm going to do all these things. No, it don't work like that. You that's what you do. That's training. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see nothing wrong with people doing certain things. I'm not going to, like, I agree with what she said. I'm not going to change my way of doing things because, people say, oh, well, that ain't your husband yet or that ain't your wife yet. So what? That's, that's how do you expect people to, you know, how you expect for this this thing called relationships to work if you don't put forth effort like that. That's just training. That's in my opinion.
Okay. Uh, Corey, go ahead. See that comment?
You said what?
Can you see that comment on there? What's the difference between
Yeah, I
training and
see.
you don't want to walk into you don't walk into all jobs and get benefits either? Respond. I'm gonna let you respond to that one.
Well, I want to too.
Okay,
Yeah.
she said what's the difference between training and on the job and you don't walk into all the jobs and get benefits either. So okay, that's a good question, but I would say this, you know, you can do for people without overdoing. You can do for people without overdoing also. I'm not saying, you know, go way out of space with it. I'm just saying that shouldn't be no wrong with you doing some of the basic stuff. You know what I'm saying? For a person, if you're a woman or you're a man, I just, don't overexert yourself or nothing like that. It's some stuff you should keep until maybe until you marry or whatever like that, until you know the true intentions of this person that you're with. I don't know if that answers the question, but
So it does. To me, it does. Christina, are we gonna give examples here in a second?
It's Krista.
No, I'm sorry, Krista.
Krista, yeah.
Krista, we're gonna give examples here in a second because it's gonna tie into topic number 2, which I'm gonna tell y'all after Crystal goes. So go ahead.
So what I
okay.
would say is can you bring the question up one more time? I'm sorry.
There you
What is
go.
the difference between training and on the job? You don't walk into all jobs and get benefits either. Okay, so absolutely. So the difference is that you have to use some type of discretion. Like you have to set your own boundaries because hopefully the other
Mm-hmm.
person is setting their own boundaries as well. So my whole thing is that I'm not saying walk in, on day number 2 or day number 3. Now you trying to move in and you trying to cook and clean it because I
Yeah,
mean it
that's
just don't even
overdoing
happen naturally. Yeah, that don't even happen naturally anyway, unless I don't know, whatever. Some people maybe, but that don't happen naturally. So I feel like you
it. Right.
use your boundaries and how you are. For instance, for me, if I meet somebody and I'm interested in them and Christmas is 2 weeks later, I'm gonna get them a gift. Like if we talking.
Yeah.
Now I'm not gonna go get them no $2,000 gift, but I might in
No.
conversation in 2 weeks, I didn't ask you what you like to drink, do you like to hang out, what you listen to. I can look at what you wear. I could put a little gift card and a little bottle together. That's my little kit right there. So I'm just saying, like, you can do some
Yeah,
stuff.
bro.
I'm just saying that's easy. A bottle and a gift card, whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, or a bottle or a little man basket, something like in 2 weeks, I know a little
Some
something, and I'm gonna give you a gift. The issue is that you have to give the gift, not expecting nothing in return. That's
I
when
was just gonna
you
say
just
that.
gotta give because that's what you do, that's me. I'm gonna give,
You can't
and
go.
more than like, yeah. So I feel like you have to use your own boundaries and you know what I'm saying, how you feeling about the situation. If I ain't feeling good about the situation, then 2 weeks later, Christmas just gonna go on by. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just throw out the fact my birthday's in a couple weeks.
I don't hurt that ain't got nothing to do with me because where that lady at that you was trying to ask the money for?
You worried about the wrong
No, I'm
thing.
not.
You
Because
trying to get
let me tell you, I just had a birthday that passed that I had to, you know what I'm saying? Then I got another birthday next week.
you got a birthday
Then,
next week.
and then I got another birthday, my birthday in June. Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Man, like
Woo,
look,
hurt,
Herc's world
hurt,
is not beneath, or I'm sorry,
hurt. I'm
Herc is
just
not
telling
above
you.
a bribe or two.
I'm just,
Do with that
I'm just
information.
letting you know. I got a lot. I got a lot going on.
If y'all are watching these auditions, Herc ain't above a bribe or two. Do that information what you will.
I do as well.
Auto just having to pop up at the crib. Hey, you might get an extra little vote. I don't know.
An extra little.
I'm just playing. But no, so I think, and this is just me, I feel like we as people, we have these different type of expectations for
Mm-hmm.
everybody. And we want a woman with a pretty smile and a gorgeous face and a fat ass and a slim waist, or she got
Mm-hmm.
to 220, she got to be a big girl. She got to be this, she got to be that. But are we able to are we actually ready to be able to handle a woman like that? Like you can, like I'm learning and being in this whole new single thing, I've learned it, or I'm still learning that you got to be careful what you ask for, because you'll
Right.
mess with it. Like you'll mess around and get everything you want. And then if you're not in a position to handle whatever it is that you wanted, you're gonna fumble it. You know, like you sitting here praying or asking for this this person who check all these boxes because he look a certain way, or she talk a certain way, or she got this great body, but her personality trash. Or he cool, he's 6'4", he brown skin, he got dreads, he got the bald head, he got the beard, but he like to hit people. He or she, you know, has, you know, they got these personality flaws. They come with mental illness issues. So be careful. What's up, Bradley? Be careful what you're asking for sometimes, and be prepared. Like when you get it, to cherish it and it acts absolutely, you know, be able to handle it. Because like she said, like if you're not equipped to be that strong woman for that strong man, it's not gonna benefit you. So that's my take on it. Let me see. Let's go back to these comments. I like this comment here. It says, "Stay within your boundaries." I like that. Ashley said, "Exactly. My perspective. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. But when I say play house, you can't stay with me. You're not getting a space in my drawer." Okay. All right. So how do y'all? I'm gonna pose this question off that comment. If you talking to somebody and y'all are getting serious, what's the right amount of time before y'all like start to leave stuff at their house or get a space in the drawer, I guess?
Okay, so I'm gonna say this. All them like correct times and all of that. I don't think that there's like a correct time in a sense. Like I don't think it's like, okay, 7 months. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it go off of you and that person. Like we could be kicking it for a year and I still might not want a drawer at your house. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if it's a time period for that.
If we so to me, and I'm a vibe person. Like if the vibe is good and everything's
Right.
cool, I'm a rock with it. But after I guess it's gonna kind of happen naturally. But I'll just use the time frame you did. Like after a year, I better have something at your house, or you better have something in mine.
But why? What's the point? Like, okay, this is my question.
Go ahead.
This falls into like the whole title thing. I feel like we be putting like certain things on stuff that means something. And so my whole thing is that why do I better have something at your house? Or why do you better have something in my house? Like, what does that mean? Like, what does that do? Does it's doing something personally for you?
I don't know if it's something personal for me. It's more of like we're establishing that like this is us, if that makes sense.
What if
or we're
I
working
got
towards
OT?
something bigger? Like I guess so. I don't necessarily believe in being, doing all the girlfriend boyfriend stuff for an extended amount of time and there's no title on it. Like I get the whole what's they got to be explained, but at some point, like we need to all right, exclusively you're mine, I'm yours, whatever.
Absolutely.
It's like we not gonna be rocking hard, looking out for each other, kicking it, doing XYZ for a year, and we ain't exclusive, we ain't got no title. That's just me though. Like I know people that are like that, but for me, you're gonna have to tell me like because I'm the type, you got to tell me what we doing, or I'm gonna go entertain what's over here.
Well, absolutely. So I feel like if there are two grown adults in a situation, I feel like whatever they are trying to achieve needs to be discussed well before you even get that far. You see what I'm saying? Like I feel like that is discussed in the beginning. Hey, I'm dating with intentions to get married, or hey, I'm not really on
Yeah.
that right now. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something serious, or I'm not looking for nothing serious, or hey, this is what I'm on right now. If something changed, we'll have that conversation. So absolutely. But I also feel like let's just say we are exclusive and we are dating. What does your stuff having to be at my house have to do with anything? Because this is the only reason why I'm saying that. Realistically, yes, naturally your stuff is gonna wind up there. I guess my whole thing is that why it better be. Because my whole thing is what if I got OCD and I live a very tidy life and I don't have
Exactly.
an extra drawer to give to you for you to put your clothes in? Then what? What are we gonna do? Because you're gonna buy me a house to fit the new drawer? You
No,
see what
no,
I'm saying? Like, okay, so I'm
Because
just
it's
saying,
all about
like,
being comfortable with somebody and stuff. That's all about being comfortable. You
yeah,
know,
like my whole thing is that I might want to
you don't
bring a
want to rush
bag every
that.
time. Yeah, I might want to bring a bag every time. I might want to feel that I have to go back home. I might want to get up in the morning one day and be like, oh, I'm gonna go home. And you be like, oh, where you going? Home. Oh, why? Because I need clothes. I want to get out your face. You see what I'm saying? Just anything. I don't. I
I'm,
guess it's the
I'm,
whole you better be. My stuff ain't better be.
I'm gonna call
Now,
you.
you know. I
it,
just I don't know.
it better be a toothbrush or something. And I guess just for me, it's
Yes, it's for you.
for me, it's marking territory because I tend to be very territorial with my person. So
Okay, so you leave your stuff at my house because you being territorial, and I got another man, and I just
Hey,
take your
don't.
toothbrush and
that's a
I just
different
put it
story.
under the
Hey,
sink.
That's a
that's
different
like
story.
I mean, because I
that's
just don't
kind
understand you
of.
marking your territory.
Go ahead,
Are
Chris.
you?
So wait a minute. You have to you as a man have to leave something at the woman house. You have to have a you do that.
Yes, he said because he got to mark his territory.
Hey,
She can leave it.
that's what that's. I ain't gonna lie. That's kind of like I ain't. That's the first time I heard a man say that. Like, cause that's kind of like what women do. Like with the terror, leave hair, leave a brush, leave a
Yes,
bobby pin. Like,
yes.
Bro,
hey,
Leave some panties
hey,
under the sheet so now somebody else get in the bed. They find them.
I'm
Herc be on there.
perfectly fine. I'm
He
perfectly fine with with my
you
person.
different, man.
Leaving
You different, bro. You
yeah,
different,
he
bro.
a lover
You
boy,
different,
and he
bro.
trying to make sure that he ain't getting moved over to the side. Little do you know, when you leave, I put that toothbrush and them drawers you left and all of that
Man,
away.
'cause if we ain't exclusive or whatever, man, I gotta make sure whatever you came in here with, hey, you forgot this, you forgot that. Come, hey, I don't play that. If we not exclusive, it don't rock like that.
to me, if to now flip it. If we're exclusive, you leaving stuff here. Period.
But
Yeah,
yes, though, Herc, that's what we
right.
saying. Though that's
But
Maybe.
that's what I'm
understood.
saying. Like if we exclusive, yes, like market territory lead stuff here. I don't care. If we just like fucking off, like I'm like y'all. If we just messing off,
Yeah,
we ain't
yeah.
exclusive.
We
Just,
getting to know each other and stuff.
we just getting,
Like
nah,
you can't come off like that, man.
right. But if we exclusive, I don't care. Like you when I get to that point of being exclusive with somebody, hell, they gonna spend the majority of the time in my house anyway. So I don't really care. But that's just me. So leave your stuff here. Hold on, let's go back. Apparently, Krystal, you buy good gifts. So buy me a gift. Or bribe me if just do that information what you will.
Don't go back and look at those comments. Don't put that on the screen.
It won't feel like playing house. Okay, it won't. Okay, I like that.
Yeah,
It all
it do
it all
gotta be natural.
in their intentions. Bradley said if she cooking or brushing her teeth in my place, then she can bring those tools that day naturally, which means get your shit and get out when you done. Uh,
First off, if I'm cooking, what I'm bringing? Cause you don't have no pots and pans. I'm sorry.
maybe who knows? Maybe I just moved. I ain't got pots
Oh,
and pans.
absolutely. I won't be at your house cooking in. I'm gonna wait till you get some pots and pans. Pots and pans. You can come to my place, baby, if you ain't got no pots and pans.
Once you buy me pots and pans as a gift for my new house.
Mm, I don't know where we would stand, in that situation. Maybe
Mm,
that would be the gift if that was needed at the time.
there you go, and then you can cook. Yes, you can stay. Your stuff can stay where it's at home. Man, I'm leaving some on purpose and on accident. I mean, hey, leaving something at each other house don't have nothing to do with intentions. It does not. What this one say? I would give up space to show that I want them.
Won't you, dear?
No, man, just don't talk about baby. What? I mean,
What?
I,
What
yeah.
that bit?
Bradley said he want to be claimed and declared. I feel you, bro. Claim me, goddamn it. Nah, women sneaking and leaving whole ass fits, shoes, and hats on my mama. What comes with me in my bag leaves with me in my bag. Okay. If I ain't the one, only if I ain't the only guy after a year, then I ain't the guy. Big
Absolutely.
big facts. All right. So y'all continue to drop y'all comments. We're gonna go to topic number 2. Now, topic number 1 ties directly into topic number 2. How does that work, Herc? We kind of designed it like that. Not me, them, because it's their audition they show. And they I feel like they tag team and put some shit together without they did it telepathically because they didn't know they was on the show together.
Mhm.
But we're going to talk double standards in relationships. Now, I'm gonna give this disclaimer. Perks word is a safe space. Say what you want to say, mean what you want to say. We are not gonna do any bashing of men, and we're not gonna bash the ladies.
Okay.
I'm lying, but we're gonna try not to. Now, this is Cord's topic, so I'm gonna let you run point on this one. What are some of the double standards that you feel happen in relationships?
Well, me and my friend Corey A, we was talking about it. It's just basically like, let's say a man can be with, a lot of women and have a lot of women, have a roster. He can probably then fuck like 100 hoes or something. And we champion him on and he a pimp. But if a woman was to, you know, she got 50 bodies or 60 bodies or some stuff like that, we gonna say she a hoe. In my in my opinion, you know what I'm saying, my humble opinion, a hoe is a hoe. If I got 100 bodies, wouldn't that make me just as much as a hoe as, the woman? You know what I'm saying? Or flip flop, we was talking about how a man that have 2 women, 3 women or whatever do the poly thing. It's okay for him to do that. But if a woman had like 3 dudes, they say it's, you know what I'm saying? But I'm
They
just like, that's fair game. I
Um,
feel
so
like it's
I
fair game.
so my question to you is what is a hoe?
You said what?
What's a hoe? I love this
I
conversation.
think, I think for me, a hoe is like, I don't think there's a number on that. It's just how did you accumulate fucking with some of the people that you fucked with? Like, was it on some, you know, was it on some like transactional shit? Was it on some, scandalous shit? Was it on, that's what I think a hoe is, in a sense of that. Not in the
Herc, what
sense of a number.
Herc, what you say?
Um, I'm gonna go to Google and see
No,
what
I
Google.
want to just know. No, I want to know what you think though. What do you think a hoe is?
So my definition of a hoe, male is a male or a female, um, who has multiple bodies, um, in a short period of time.
Okay, so I'm gonna say what I think a hoe is. Then I'm gonna give my response.
Okay.
So I don't think a hoe has anything to do with how many bodies you have. I think that a hoe actually is not even. It's about how you carry yourself as a person, man or woman.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, if I slept with 100 people in 3 days, how would you know? If everybody
Yeah.
was to shut their mouth and do grown folks thing and leave grown folks things where grown folks things happen, how would you know that I slept with 100 people? You wouldn't. So with that being said, a hoe is definitely about how you carry yourself. It's how you carry yourself as a woman and how you carry yourself as a man. Because at the end of the
Okay.
day, if I carry myself a certain way, you would never know how many bodies that I had. And realistically, I think that everybody just needs to cut that whole like how many bodies you have thing out. Like who cares? I don't know. But also to your point of the double standard, um, that's just how people are in general because it's just like the double standard of like gay girls. Like it's a thing. It's so cute. And dudes like girls, they like girls, and that's a thing. But then it's like a
Mm-hmm.
man can't like a man. That's not a thing. That's not glorified. Like that's like it's looked down upon. Women are just sexualized in a certain type of way. So when women do things that men do, because we are already sexualized that way, definitely black women, um, it just puts the negative connotation on it. It's cool over here, but it's not cool over there. Society does it. Women do it to women, and then men do it to women. It's just that's just how it is. I personally feel like if everybody kept their sex life private, then nobody could be a hoe. And if you carry yourself as a lady and you carry yourself as a grown man, then no one would know what you were doing behind closed doors.
Okay.
I
I agree.
agree.
I like that.
I agree. But we also live in a society where
Mhm.
niggas talk more than females. Females like to
Yes.
fight over dick. Niggas like to shoot over bitches. So
Hmm.
Man.
folks try to shut up. So I'll say that. That's one. Two, um, to me, the term hoe is, kind of like, it's more of like what you said, like how you carry yourself. Google says it is a person who is considered promiscuous or sexually available. That's what the definition of a hoe is. Now, I do believe in that double standard that like if you got if a dude talks to multiple chicks, oh he a pimp, he doing his thug thing, he's doing his thug thizzle. If a girl do or if a girl does it, she a hoe, she going all that. Me personally, they both going. I don't give a fuck what y'all doing. Like if you're sleeping with multiple people at one time, I think it's hoish.
Why though? If I'm single, if I'm single,
Yeah.
I
If
can
you
do
ain't
what
got no title,
I
so
could
yeah.
do. Yeah, I can do with what I can do with my body as I please. So what makes it hoish? I guess that's my thing. Like what who said that you cannot sleep with multiple people? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you see what I'm saying? Like, if I am single, what then makes that hoish?
Because
Like,
you don't have a label on you. You don't have a label. You are able. You're a free agent. You can talk to whatever team you want to figure out
yeah, I
where
don't
you
I don't
trying to
understand.
sign.
But there are certain rules and
So I'm
regulations.
with you on that.
As a
I'm
free
with you on
agent,
that.
you can't talk to everybody. Even as a free agent, you can't like there are rules and regulations that say, hey, just because you're a free agent,
Hmm.
um, doesn't mean you can go out and talk to this team, that team, that team, and that team. You gotta wait. There's some rules and standards that you should have.
We not about to put football in this because
I'm
when you're a free,
I'm not I'm using a blanket sports term, but I'm just
right?
saying there's rules and regulations and standards that you should have as a person, not even like, unless you just in if you got a sex addiction, that's a different story. But even like as a person, um you should want to have that many soul ties, I guess.
But
And
who? But okay, okay. So to your point, I don't even want to go down that whole thing about soul ties and you sleeping with somebody. Is it soul ties? I
Yeah,
absolutely
because
do think that you can
there's
get soul ties with people. Do I think that you getting soul ties with people that everybody that you lay down with? Absolutely not. I just don't because I just don't think that. But to your point, I I don't agree with that. I feel like if you're single, what if I am dating with the intentions on finding a person, but sex is important to me. So I have sex early
exactly.
to see how that is. And if that don't work out for me, then I move on to the next. That don't I don't know. The whole topic for me is very much so like very weird because I just don't see how if I'm single. First off, single or not, even if you're in a relationship, um but my whole thing, yes, I know the body is a temple, but everybody might not look at that. And everybody don't read the Bible. And everybody not a Christian. And everybody don't believe in the same thing. So like I don't that's why sometimes I don't get into that because everybody don't believe the same thing. Some people I mean everybody had a own level of sinning that they do, Christian or whatever
Mhm.
faith that you are. So my whole thing is
Right.
that if I'm a Christian and I read the Bible, my sin might be that I fucked on the first night. You said
That
no, I'm just saying, but you said I'm saying like
being
don't
wrong.
judge me for that because
That's
I
just
might be
being
able to look
wrong,
at
though.
you and say, you know what I'm saying, you did this, and it's that don't believe that. All I'm saying is that if I'm a single person, I could do with my body as I please. Let me deal with God and me
Exactly.
praying over it and temples and diseases over here because hopefully when you do things you are protecting yourself and you do that. I just don't think that a hoe is because you sleeping with multiple people. I just don't think that. I think it's how you carry yourself. I really do.
okay.
And then on top of that, like I ain't saying go and just be willy nilly with it, but I am saying I'm gonna test drive some cars before I buy it. I'm gonna test drive some cars before I buy it. So I mean, hey, I need to know. I mean, I need to know how fast this thing go. How many horsepower do we got? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just me though. I mean,
Oh, the
hey,
comments.
That's valid.
Yeah, and also too, my whole thing is because I see Ari said you not testing every car. Nobody said test every car. Nobody, everybody, nobody said sleep with 3,000 people. I'm not saying you meet somebody today, then you go meet the next person and the next person and the next person and the next person and the next person. You're not protecting yourself or nothing like that. But geez, like if I'm out here single, I might want to dibble and dabble here and there and see what they talking about and
yeah,
then
that's
see
what I'm
what somebody
saying.
else talking about.
I mean,
Like I just don't think that
It's
that
a
should
lot of
categorize a person
simplifying
as a
people out
hoe.
there.
as a single person, like you and bruh, at the end of the day, single, you entitled to do whatever it is your body and your heart desires. If you want to be out here smashing and doing whatever, that's your business. Like Krystal said, like do your thing and don't let nobody and don't tell nobody and nobody know you a hoe.
So I have a question. I got a question for you there, Herc. Okay, so because let's say you meet a chick and you start dating her and you like, man, it's the one. Like I feel like I can settle down, everything going
I
good.
know what you're gonna go with this one.
And then one day y'all sitting down and having a conversation and she say, I just want to let you know that I used to be a porn star, or I didn't slept with, you know what I'm saying, 2,000 people over the course of 2 years. Does that then change your perspective on the person after the person has showed you, you know what I'm saying, who they are? You're then gonna
That's
be
a good
like, oh,
question.
you a hoe, gotta go.
No, I don't think so. Now, granted, granted, there's gonna be some questions. Like, why you just like, man, why are you just not telling me you a porn star? Like, now I understand why you did that. Why you so good at that little thing that you do? It makes sense now. Or now I understand like why you know 8 different variations of how to do certain things. All right, that makes sense. But I'm the nigga in me
Would that
wants
really bother you though?
huh?
Would that really bother you? Because this is what I'm saying. Like I go by the old saying, it's never your pussy, it's just your turn.
So
You can't be you
the
can't
nigga in me
be
wants to
you
go
can't be
like,
focused on what happened before you.
you right. The nigga in me wants to be like, bro, I really don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But the conscious one is like, damn, you was a porn star.
But you see, that's messed up, and that's
Like,
messed up because let me say
you gonna
this.
get down for that.
Let me tell you why that's messed up. Is because with
Because everybody
anything
got a
that a
past.
person does, yeah, because my whole thing is that there are some things that any of us could have done in our past that will make our current partner or future partner, you know what I'm saying, kind of feel a way about what we did in the past. I feel like we all probably have done something. But my whole thing is that let's just say the female in that situation, if she was more than likely, if she was to lead with that, she would have nobody because everybody would prejudge her. So my thing is like you figured out who she was, you figured out who she was as a person. Y'all didn't grew and you feel this way about her, and then she tell you about something that she did in her past, and now you're gonna drop her like a hot potato?
Me
Because
personally, so like you said, everybody has a past. So me personally, we're gonna have a conversation, and it just really depends on where we are in the relationship. Like if we get to that point and we locked in, bro, it's your past. Like as long as niggas ain't walking up to me or walking up to us on some weird shit, I don't get like, bro. Like Corey said, it's my turn. At that point, like you got I look, folks probably look down on me for shit that I've said or that I've done in the past, and that's just that on that. Who am I to judge you off what you did before me?
these Christians need to not be passing judgment out here in these
Man,
streets.
Yes.
it's a lot of sanctified shit going on in the comments, man.
I'm
I
just
ain't gonna
saying.
lie.
So
A lot of
you can't
sanctified people in
you
these
you you
comments.
you cannot be looking at somebody else's sins and be judging because you're not supposed to be judging as a Christian.
You don't have to
No,
tell
you don't.
everything, but don't wait no damn year before you tell me used to be a porn star. The fuck.
I mean, absolutely. I definitely agree with that.
Everyone judge. We not, and then whether you Christian or not. Okay. So I don't want to say. I'm not gonna sit here and say I haven't judged people in the past, but then I had to kind of take a step back and say, who am I to judge somebody based off who they were? Like that ain't my business. That ain't my place. It's no longer my concern. Like everybody has a past. Everybody, before we met, is your business. At the end of the day, you got to tell me. I feel like a conversation needs to be had at a certain point of a situationship or relationship or whatever it is, where you give that person the opportunity to say, I can deal with your bullshit, or I can't deal with your bullshit. And if you can't deal with it, there's the door. I hate it for you. And if you can, this is how we gonna maneuver. But Court, could you date Superhead?
You talking to me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't have no problem with it. I honestly don't have no problem with it because, like I said, everybody has a past. Everybody, you're not gonna. Because I talk with my bros all the time. In our age, well, I don't know how old everybody is, but in our age brackets, how likely are you gonna meet somebody with no bodies or less than 5 bodies, or you get what I'm saying? Because a girl she gotta go through high school, she gotta go to college, experiment. You know what that means. So you know what I'm saying? Then go get out of college. So it's not gonna be less. It's less likely that you're gonna deal with this person that ain't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
Corey,
saying that
how old are you?
everybody is just. I'm 38.
Okay.
Yeah, we around the same age.
So
I'll be
it's
38.
So I'm saying
Yeah,
it's
y'all
less
old
likely
niggas.
for you to be with somebody that's, you know, this just, Virgin Mary or something, man. It's less likely. That ain't gonna happen. So, for me, I don't have no problem with that. I mean, she has a pass. Okay. She with Cord now. I'm not gonna sit up there and be with her and not have my eyes open. I'm still gonna be, you're gonna look, you're gonna pay attention to everything. But at the same time, if you know her, you with her, and everything is legit between you and her, what do it matter?
I agree.
Could you date a stripper?
Probably. Crystal, could you date could you date Mr. Marcus?
Mm. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I know who Mr. Marcus is in the sense of I know he a porn star. I don't know nothing about that man. And for him to be a porn star, I feel like I should not answer that question because I don't know the dynamics of him. I would want to see that first before I say yeah.
Just know that
But
man coming through to break your back in Timberland boots. He gonna put his foot on your neck and have your
oh
face
no, no,
is,
no, thank you.
and you won't be loaded like a press.
Oh yeah, no, thank you. But could I date a porn star or a stripper or anything like that? And I would say that for a man or woman. Hmm, I mean, it depends. Maybe I don't know. I'm interested. I might.
Okay. All right,
I might
Court.
want her to or him or somebody to teach me how to swing
Because
on the. I want to learn how to be on the poles.
you got to think about it. Would you want somebody that, like, you got a lot of females this trying to, or females or good or men. I'm just gonna say both on both can. You got good men, people that's trying to disguise themselves as good men and good women, but they hoes. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
what I'm saying is, do you want an honest hoe, or you want somebody
Oh, you
disguised as
there? You
this,
go, Corey.
but it's really a hoe?
There you go.
I like an honest talk.
You want an honest one. Exactly.
Hey, Cord, they want you to answer that question.
What's it? You say that, but if you came across a virgin in Superhead, you would pick Superhead? No. Well, I'm glad you asked that. Was it Miss Turner?
Krystal.
Yeah, Miss Turner. Let me answer that. I like somebody seasoned anyway. I wouldn't want to be somebody's first. To be honest, me personally, I can only speak for myself. I wouldn't want to be somebody's first. I'd rather be with somebody seasoned. I don't want to corrupt nobody. I'd rather be with somebody that's already as corrupt as me. That's my opinion. But do with that as you will.
Oh no, I don't want that responsibility. That's too much. That's too much pressure for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can't.
I'm picking Superhead. Most definitely.
Period, Cord. Go back and answer that question. He said, "I'm picking Superhead."
Hey, I'm not even gonna sit here and hold you. I'm probably.
If it was me, I would pick Superhead too. I don't want the version. I don't want them problems. You talk about soul
I don't want to do no corrupting.
You walking right into a soul tie.
No. I don't want to corrupt nobody. I want us to both be corrupt. we give me Superhead.
I'm sorry, it's a comment. Can you please put that up? I'm looking for the hoes. We just need that on the screen right now.
There you go.
Oh, look. Hey.
I'm looking for the what? I'm looking for the hoe. I'm not, but
Herc, every show you looking for something different.
I'm not looking for
and because you be petty, so I gotta be petty with you. You looking for something different every show. Now your daughter there, now you're not looking for the hoes. I see what's going on. I'm calling you out.
You know what? I'm not looking for the hoes for the
this night.
No, I ain't been looking for the hoes for the last month and a half.
Oh, because what happened with come on, we gotta finish because I'm gonna get us off topic.
No. Core, give me so Krystal, give me a double standard in relationships.
A double standard in relationships. I feel like women asking for things and this, that, and the other, but are not, willing to give things and things like that. Like gifts, they want the man to show up in certain ways and surprise them and do this and do that, but they don't do it.
Income, assets, kids. All right, okay. Let's go kids.
Okay, let's go kids.
So I've always kind of been a firm believer in if you talking to somebody with kids, one, you got to be really understanding, and then two, you kind of unofficially take that package deal together. Because they come unless they don't have their kids or you're a dad, that that parent is always going, that kid is always going to be around. So I've always kind of adopted like, hey, they come as a package. If I'm gonna talk to one, I got to be around the other one, vice versa. Ironically, since being in this new sense of life, I've met a couple women who are older and they don't have kids. So I'm kind of adjusting like, okay, well, maybe this is what it's like to date somebody that don't have as much responsibility as people I've dated in the past.
That's a blessing.
I'm learning it is, brother. I'm learning that it is. Like, my daughter's here this week, so I'm kind of tied up with that. But like when she leave next week, I can be outside and I ain't gotta worry about that. And the person I'm talking to, she ain't got kids, so we can be outside as much as we want to. So it is kind of a blessing, a very, very interesting blessing. What's my double standard? We talked about bodies. We talked about gifts and reciprocation. I mean, I pretty much said them all. Like,
Nice.
While you thinking, can I say something to the kids' point?
Go ahead.
I feel like when it comes to children, that's a very sticky thing, and I feel like the responsibility for either party, man or woman, should not really take place until things are extremely serious, as far as that person taking on that responsibility.
Agreed.
Because
I
essentially that
agree.
is not their child. And so, you know what I'm saying? Getting into a relationship and constantly throwing in somebody's face, oh, well, are you gonna do this because you know I got a baby? Are you gonna do this because you know I got a baby? That's a little weird. Um, so I definitely feel like when it comes with dating someone with children or either person or both people having children, as far as it becoming the other person's responsibility, I feel like that comes much so down the line. Now, I think you have to respect the fact that I hope you don't think that I'm just able to jump and do things at your call, because you do have to respect the fact that I do have a child. But
Right.
their responsibility, yeah, it shouldn't be your responsibility in 6 months. That's a huge responsibility to take on, dating somebody for 6 months. Like, it needs to be serious. That needs to be a conversation. That needs to be an understanding of what that looks like with us
Mhm.
being in a serious, you know what I'm saying, relationship or whatever. That's definitely a very serious conversation that needs to be had before anybody just assumes somebody's taking responsibility for a child that they did not bring into this earth.
And then not only that, what I'm saying, that also you got to also factor in whether the mother or the father is still in their life, and that
Absolutely. Because I feel
that
like that's a sit down conversation with all adults involved. Because
right.
now you are about to introduce your child to a person in a different type of light. And that definitely needs to be discussed amongst all adults involved.
Very well said. All right. Let's stick with parents. There's a double standard with single fathers and single mothers. It's
Mm,
it's frowned upon if
mm,
you got a kid or two, um, and your baby daddy didn't stay, um, or y'all not together, whatever, and you raising your kids by yourself. But if you a single dad, folks is like, kudos, clap it up for him. He stepped up and all the XYZ. How do y'all feel about that?
mm. I mean, to be honest, uh, it with the women, the single mothers or whatever like that, it's so expected. You see that more often than you see a single dad. So it's like when your mama and your daddy used to tell you, when you get good grades at school, you're supposed to do that. It's like we look at single mothers as like, a lot of people, most people, they see that, because they see that more often. It's like, well, okay, you're supposed to raise them or whatever if the daddy or that. But if we see it with a single father, it's so unheard of, or you don't see it often like that, then it's just like that's why they champion it. Now it's unfair, it is unfair, but you know.
Yeah.
So I agree. I also feel like with today's society a little bit, I think that we should clap a little bit more for single men that are raising their kids, only because there's a negative connotation around men and raising their kids in general. Do I
Hmm.
think that there is bias in it? Absolutely. But I feel like women were born with maternal instincts. So,
Mm.
absolutely, you know what I'm saying? It's biased, but at the end of the day, we were created with the instinct to raise the children and be that nurturer for our kids. Not saying that men cannot. There are amazing men out here, single dads that do amazing jobs and they have to step up for whatever reason. But I do think that we should clap because that's one of those that goes back to me saying like we don't know what men go through. I could not imagine, having the instincts of a man and having to raise like my daughter right now. You see what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't know what that would feel like as being a man having a little girl in a household. That it's already hard for me and I'm a girl. You see what I'm saying? So for a man to do that, I think that is honorable. I think we do need to clap. I think that they do need a couple extra hand claps for that because I definitely think that you know what I'm saying. It's a little bit different for them. Um, Definitely a man with a little girl. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of things that girls go through that a man just doesn't know. He doesn't understand.
She.
So, so yes, it's a bias. It's a horrible bias. But I actually think it's a little bit of the women's fault that there is a bias because people do things when it comes to breaking up and not being with the person that you had children with sometimes that then put men in a very horrible light.
Mm.
But that's I don't want to get into my baby mama, baby daddy, and you know what I'm saying, co-parenting talk because that's a topic that I'm real passionate about when it comes to women doing better with how they talk about men that they laid down and had a child with. It's a very direct reflection of who you are as a woman. So before you get to bashing the man that you laid down and have a baby with, think about how that makes you look as a woman before you start to do that. Because that has a lot to do with your judgment of how you pick men.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah.
You gonna step on some
They always say that,
No,
but
toes.
absolutely, and that's
You
fine.
gonna
But
step on some
I
toes.
mean, for me, for instance, you never have caught me bashing my child's father. I never have. It's something that I stand on and I stand very proudly on because that's her dad and she loves her dad. And I want her to love her dad and see her dad in the light that she sees her father. And I also, if I go around talking about he was sleeping with 16 women and this, that, and the other, and he got this and did that, and then a person be looking at me, well, why was you even talking to the man? You see what I'm saying? So I definitely think, like again, I definitely think there's a bias. Absolutely. But I also definitely think that women play a huge part in that bias.
and plus they say that there are statistically single fathers um do better with the
Mm,
I've seen that before. Not to say, they say they make a better product
mm, I've
statistically.
never seen that, but it could be true.
So I was posting comments as y'all were talking, and one comment that kind of it was a couple um that were just saying like we'll go with this one. She said, "Step up for whatever reason. When children are born, they have two parents. you don't get claps. You don't get claps for honoring your responsibility. Okay.
Okay. Fair enough.
Bradley.
I think
Touche.
everybody should get a clap. I feel like everybody, mom and dad, with
Yeah.
that, I definitely feel like people should get claps because being a parent is difficult. There is no book, there is nothing on this earth that prepares you for being a parent. So, mom or dad, definitely think you deserve claps. Definitely think that you always deserve that praise. Definitely think that you always deserve the grace when you are a parent, man or woman. And I definitely think wholeheartedly that everybody who was a parent and are doing things to be a parent in whatever way that they see fit deserves a hand clap. That is the hardest job placed on this earth. So, mama with the daddy there, mama without the daddy there, daddy with the mama there, daddy without the mama there, however it is, you deserve a hand clap every day that you wake up and you have the strength to open your eyes and get them ready and take them wherever they go, you deserve a hand clap for that. Because to wake up and automatically have another human being that is dependent on you every single day, just that, just to wake up and know that you have that responsibility, you deserve a hand clap for that. Absolutely. Man or woman. Respond, you just do.
You don't get claps for
Uh,
stepping up, is what I'm saying.
Mm, I feel like, but stepping up is waking up, taking on responsibility. Because there's people who wake up and don't take on that responsibility.
I mean,
true that.
hey, there are a lot of folks that are out here that got kids that they ain't seen in years and ain't trying to see and ain't trying to take care of. So, what about the kid that get themselves up and take care of themselves because either parent is not active?
Well, then we not talking about them. We
That's a
talking
different
about,
story.
yeah, that's a different story. We talking about
That's a different topic.
like
That's
parents being
abuse.
a parent. Yeah.
Um. All right, let's go one more. You know what? Let's go to break, and then we're gonna come back with some more double standards. We'll be right back. More Herc World. Keep the comments coming. Keep the shares glowing. Keep the likes and all that stuff that they say on the shows and all other shit that I don't know what they be talking about. We'll be right back. More Herc World. Welcome back to Herc's World. I am your girlfriend's favorite podcast host, Big Herc, and if she says I'm not, that hoe's a liar. Man, we are doing part 2 of the live auditions. I'm looking for a new co-host for Herc's World. Herc's World. And I got Cord TV and Krystal with me this evening. We are talking double standards in relationships, or double standards between men and women. We ain't gonna, because any type of situationship, relationship, whatever, there's always gonna be some type of double standard. So I'm gonna throw an income. I'm gonna throw this one out there. It's gonna be income. The question will be reversed for each of y'all, but it will be the same. Ladies first. Krystal, can you be with a man who you make more money than, and will you belittle that man because you know what, we're gonna use the Gabrielle Union effect. Because you are the breadwinner, and you make more money than him, you feel like the big dog, and you feel entitled that you can do what you want to do and cheat on him. Court, if you make more money than your woman, should you be treated like a king? Well, you should be treated like a king anyway. Should you be treated, we'll say like this was the 1950s, and whoever
Okay.
wants to go first can go first.
Okay, so I'll say, can I be in a household where I make more money than a man? Yes. If I was in a household where he made less money than me, would I belittle him? No. Um, that's just not my character. Um, it's no point. If I choose to be with someone that makes less money than me, then that just is what that is. I'm going. Are you willing to try to make more money? Do you want to? Do you not? Are we comfortable? Are we good? It's a lot that goes into that. No, I don't. Don't care about that. I'm gonna be honest. I don't. I don't care about that.
So if you make
Hmm.
70,000
Mhm.
and he makes 30,
Mhm.
but he feels that he should be head of the household and run the house because that's just how it is in his mind. Are you able to submit or be submissive to him because although you make more money, you pay the majority of the bills?
Yeah, that don't have nothing to do with it.
Gotcha.
It just. It just because my whole thing is when it comes to the income and me making more money and things like that. Um, what I feel like just we've all at this point we've had a conversation. We know what it is. We know what's going
Mm-hmm.
on. You know what I'm saying? We are living within our means. I make 70, you make 30. However, we paying our bills or whatever the case may be, that's just what we doing. You see what I'm saying? Like people complicate things. Like people just don't sit down and have like realistic conversations because my topic was going to be 50-50. I wanted to talk about that. And I feel like this like kind of leads into that because I think that it's very delusional of people who say that they cannot go 50-50. And why I say that is I'm not saying that y'all have to come into the situation going, we going 50-50 on everything. But how I look at that when a person says that they cannot go 50-50 is if you and your man are living in a house and he's taking care of everything, what if something happens with his situation and he no longer cannot handle so much responsibility through whatever rough patch he is going through? It gives me that you're going to leave because now you can't put in anything because the man is supposed to do whatever. That is
Mm-hmm.
insane to me. That's absolutely insane to me because if it's the person who I said I'm gonna rock with and I told you that I was gonna be here for you and things like that, I'm gonna up and leave you now because you can't take on that responsibility because something happened. Yeah, absolutely not. Like the money part, we will figure that out amongst us if I decide that that's the person I'm gonna be in a relationship with, and he makes less money than me. We've already had the conversation, and we already have a clear understanding of how that's gonna work. So, can I submit to him? Absolutely, that's my man.
Cord, what you think?
Um, like far as like if I make more money than her, then she should what?
So if you made more money than her, um, do you feel like she should automatically submit to you because you are the principal breadwinner? Like it's not
Yeah, I hate that word. I hate that word submit. I hate that word submit. Look, I'm nobody's dictator. I'm nobody's like. Just work with me. Just work with me, man. Because think about it like this: like I'm going by the number you told her. If I'm making 70,000, she making 30. That's still 100,000.
Come on,
We gonna
Cord,
figure it
do
out.
the math, do the math.
We gonna figure it out. We gonna figure it out. We're gonna break it down. We're gonna find a dynamic that works for both of us where we're both where it's fair for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big believer of working with me. Work with me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not nobody's keeper. I'm not trying to be nobody's dictator. I'm not a tyrant. That don't work for me.
Now I have a
I'm
question.
looking for a partnership.
Why don't you like
Huh?
submitting? Why don't you like submitting?
You said what?
Why don't you like the word submitting?
Submitting just sound like you bowing down to somebody or something.
So that's not so that's not submitting.
I don't like
And
that.
I think that that's where people go wrong with the submit thing. So I always use this movie, and I always tell people when I use this movie to take the sex aspect out of it. And that is
Right,
50 Shades of Grey. That you take the sex out of it, she still submitted.
right.
But he
Yeah,
also provided. Now, this man was making $1 million every second. So yes, but still, he provided a certain thing that allowed her to submit. And she also set boundaries within that movie of things that she wanted to do and that she was not going to do as his woman, and then later turned into his wife. But she 100% submitted to that man. That is, I
right.
always say this, that movie is like me. Like if I want to be with somebody long term and get married and things like that, that is absolutely me. I'm definitely gonna submit 100%.
So I don't. So I don't like. I don't. I don't. I don't.
Okay.
I don't like the word. But I also don't. I also feel like that's one of them words that has been overly used a lot in the last 4 or 5 years when it
Mhm.
comes
That,
to relationships and all the other stuff. Like, and then like now, Court, I do like I like both y'all takes on the word per se. And what I'll say is like I'm kind of like Court. I don't want nobody to just do everything I say because I
yeah,
make decisions all the time. Like I'm human. Um, I'm not a dictator. Like and it kind of creeps me out when folks be like, um, you my king. Like I don't want to be your ruler. I want to be a man. Like we are here.
we're
Um,
equal.
we're
Equal.
equal. That we I want to be equally yoked with the next person that I decide to be with. That's legit me. I don't want to be no dictator. I want to be your king. Like let's do this. Like let's get it out the mud together. Let's make decisions together. Let's rock together. Um, that's just me. But I also feel like the word submissive is being very, very um overly used. All right, so
So, to that, yes, I was just about to say that. We not equal though. We're not equal. You as the man are not equal to me as the woman, and me as the woman, I'm not equal to you as the man. And also, too, I feel like the reason why people don't like words scare people. But I also feel like because people don't understand the meaning of the word. So my whole thing is yes, we gonna work together and things like that. Absolutely. But as the woman, there are certain things that the man is going to say, do, or whatever that me as the woman within that moment, I am supposed to follow. That's just how that goes. Because there are certain things that you as a man are naturally like when we get into the whole like he's supposed to protect and he's supposed to provide and he's supposed to do this and he's supposed to do that. That's what the man is supposed to do. And then a woman is supposed to, you know, I'm gonna say this because people get triggered. I'm very old school. I definitely think there are roles. When I say that, I'm not saying that that means that one person cannot do something that's on the role of somebody else. I do think there are roles. But what I'm just saying is that I want to be in a situation where if me and my man are somewhere or something is going on or there's something going on in the household and he says, hey, I'm letting you know based off of my life experience that this is what we supposed to do, then in the relationship that I want to be in, I want to be in a place where I'm submitting to him and saying, absolutely, you take the lead on that. And that's just what that is. Because I don't know nothing about that. So I'm trusting you in that moment and in that time period to go ahead and do what you do as the man. That's a form of submitting. It is. So I definitely don't think we equal. You're not equal to me as a man, and I'm not equal to you as a woman. Absolutely not. So while I agree, I disagree because I definitely think there's some submitting that needs to happen. That's just me personally, and I
So
definitely think there are roles.
so is that submitting? But if it's submitting on both sides, it still so in any relationship,
Hmm.
there's always going to be give and take. There are just certain things that I'm going to be better at than you, and there are certain things that you're going to be better at than me.
Hmm.
And to me, being equal or equally yoked, and or even being the head, you have to understand being the head. Sometimes you have to let somebody else take control.
Hmm. Absolutely.
So it's still, to me, it's still equal. Um, you know, to a certain extent, but it. I'm gonna do that right now. Hold on. Submitted means you gave up all choice. You will always have the choice to continue a relationship. Uh, bring up the definition. Let's look up the word submission.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, equally yoked is not being equal, right?
You want me to? Do you want to? Y'all want the definition of submission or submissive?
Let's do both.
All right. So the
Yeah, let's do
definition
both.
says ready to conform to the authority or will of others, meekly obedient or passive. Submission is the act or fact of accepting or yielding to a superior force or to the will of authority of another person. So those are the two definitions.
Okay. I mean, I still stand on what I said. I mean, it is that I just feel the way I feel about it.
I mean, so I don't think there's a right or wrong answer when it
I think,
comes to that.
yeah, it's to each his own. Like it's some people that just be like, no, and so you know, to each his own. Whatever you gonna do, I'm gonna be a person that submits. That's just me.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's go. All right, we're gonna go. I'm debating which topic I want to go with.
Say them both. We can take them. We can see.
So one of them, hold on. Women want to me. Oh, women want to be men. That's
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 very true.
that
That
that's
is
a
true.
that's a whole different topic for a whole different day.
That is very true because that's very true. But that
Um,
can go real deep.
it can. All right, let's go. All right, so the two topics were why people hate LBJ,
LBJ.
LeBron.
Oh God.
I mean,
Okay.
fuck that
Because
nigga.
we from Chicago and we don't like him because Jordan is the GOAT and that's the end of it. LeBron, it can never. It's just over with.
Nah, let's not do that. Let's
Because you
not do
came on here
that.
with a
Let's
Rams
not do
hat and
that.
now we talking about LeBron. You got two
Let's not do
people,
that, man. Let's
Chicago
not
people
do that.
here. Nobody, it's just not up for debate. I'm gonna send you something, Corey, when we get off of here. If you're on Instagram, I'm gonna find you on Instagram, and I'm gonna send you something for you to watch about this LeBron and Jordan thing, because we have to let it go. We have to let it go. We just
Nah,
have to let it go.
nah, 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 nah. No, no,
Absolutely, Corey.
no,
You are
no.
38 years old.
Look,
You have
I'll,
no
I'll give you
excuse
a,
to
I'll
be
give you a chance to
a
rebuttal
LeBron.
before I get to the other topic.
man, let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this. I like MJ. I like MJ. I grew up watching MJ and everything like that. What I'm saying is this. MJ was the GOAT in his era. This is
No, that
LeBron's era.
no. Listen
This
to
is
me.
LeBron's
When you
era.
are
You
a
could there could
GOAT,
be more than one. There could be more than one GOAT. There could be more than one GOAT. Because think about it.
no,
At one time, Magic was a GOAT. At one time, Kareem was a
no,
GOAT. At one
no,
time, I'm just saying, there could be
absolutely not.
multiple GOATs.
No, it
Multiple
can.
GOATs.
There are multiple goats that are actual animals that live on this earth. Absolutely. When it comes to the greatest of all time, it's all time. It's not all air. It's
Some
not
people,
each era.
some
No, it's
some
all
people would
time.
say, like some older people would say Kareem is. Some older people would say Kareem or Dr. J was better than the Jordan. So who?
Let me
How
say
would you?
this.
How would you argue with them? I'm
I'm
just
not
saying,
arguing. Let
everybody
me
has
say
a
this.
different perspective.
You are 1,000% correct. Because you know what? The Bears have won the Super
That's
Bowl
subjective.
one time. And I think they're the greatest NFL team ever. The 85 Bears get talked about to this day. You are absolutely right. It is about perspective. I'm just going to tell you when you get into that argument with most Chicago people, we have a different type of respect for like our city and things that come out of our city. So I'm not gonna say I hate LeBron because I do not hate LeBron. But when it comes to the GOAT conversation, us Chicago people, we're gonna just stand with MJ. He brought a lot to the city. He made this city very proud, and he is the GOAT. LeBron is not the GOAT. In
So
this
LeBron, you
video,
don't think
this
LeBron brought a whole lot to Cleveland? You don't think he
that
brought a
ain't
whole
got
lot to Cleveland
Cleveland
when he
ain't
played
got
for the
nothing to do with
Cavaliers?
me. I ain't got nothing to do with Cleveland, and Cleveland ain't got nothing to do
Okay.
with me.
All
But
right, so Ford, give me your top five.
oh, don't ask me because I have no
Basketball
idea.
players?
Top
You talking
five.
about top 5 basketball players?
Uh-huh.
Of all time. Or you can break it
All time.
down. Or
Okay.
you can
No,
break it down
hey,
into
hey.
your
Go of
errors.
all time.
No,
Because
no
we talk
particular order. I'm not putting no particular order on this.
you gotta put them in order.
All right. No, I'm not putting in order. I can't put them in order. All
Okay.
right. No particular order. I'm
He gonna
going
start with LeBron.
LeBron. I gotta go LeBron. I gotta
That's his
go
one.
MJ.
That's his two.
Huh?
LeBron's is one.
Um,
One is his two. Okay.
no, I'm not going in no particular order now. Is it LeBron, MJ? Man, I gotta go Shaq. I ain't never seen nobody like Shaq. Shaq was he was a motherfucker. So Shaq, gotta go Penny. Gotta go Penny. Even though his career was short lived. And damn, this is hard. No, I gotta throw this guy in there because I liked it the way he played too. I got Magic. I gotta go Magic. That's my top 5.
So LeBron, Mike, Penny, Shaq, and Magic.
You said and who in Magic?
You said Mike, LeBron, Shaq, Magic, and Penny.
Yeah, got to. That's my top 5.
Oh,
You
I
know
have
what?
no
Dang, I
idea.
didn't put Kobe. Wait a minute, I didn't put Kobe in that junk. God, hold on, I got to take somebody out. I got to take somebody out because Kobe.
You've already been disqualified. I was done when you like. So in my opinion, and it's just me. Mike, Kobe, LeBron, Magic, Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
In no particular order. Now, if you ask me, Mike, Kobe, 1 and 2.
They played damn near the same.
They did, which is now, but I'm gonna answer your question. The reason I don't like LeBron, is one, I'm from Chicago. The nigga tormented my Bulls for years. Fuck that nigga. I respect LeBron as a human being for everything he's done for the league. Everything that his family, all that. I respect that guy. As a man, I respect him. As a player, fuck that nigga for what he did to the Bulls. That's one. Two.
I mean, but that ain't his fault that y'all suck. That ain't his fault. You gotta beat him. You gotta beat him.
We kicking court off stage because we not doing that. We're not gonna tolerate the Chicago slander. So that's one. Two, LeBron, in my opinion, does not and probably will not ever have the killer instinct
Oh my
that
God.
and Kobe had.
Okay.
So I really don't know about none of this.
You can literally sit here and say, oh, he got the most points and he's 6'8".
Let me see if I can send this video to you. Herc, I'm
Let
about
me
to
ask
send
this.
this video, and I'm
Have you
gonna
ever
see if you
played
can play it
basketball?
real
Did you ever
fast.
play basketball?
No, I play
Hey,
football.
okay, but I'm saying, like, what we gotta stop doing is you can't. So MJ and Kobe, they're the same person. They're the same type of player, right? So Kobe and MJ are shoot first and never pass later type of players. They don't pass like that. They don't work like that. LeBron is a pass first and shoot second type of player. He looks for the play. So where people are trying to say, "Oh, he doesn't have this killer instinct," he has it. It's just he's what a coach would. He's the type of player that a coach would really, really want because
No,
he always does the right play versus
no.
a MJ or a Kobe who just say, "Give me the damn ball, I'm finna shoot it." Now you done seen the highlights of when they make the shot, but did you ever see the time that they took it and that shit didn't go nowhere? I seen
Yeah,
that.
but see,
So I'm
that's the
saying, like,
difference. No. So here's the
he's
difference.
not afraid of the moment. LeBron's not
He
afraid of the
is.
moment. He's not afraid of the shot. He's not afraid to take the shot because if you look statistically, he has the most game-winning buzzers. If you look at it statistically. So what we talking about?
if you put it down like this, if you are 6'8", 270 pounds,
All
you
right.
have the size of an NFL tight end. There is no way, shape, fashion, or form with the game on the line, and you call yourself a leader on your team that you should not have the ball in your hands with the game on the line. That is the difference between Kobe, LeBron, and Mike. Mike said,
Yeah,
it's
but
5 seconds on the clock. We need a win. Give me the damn ball. Kobe said, it's 5 seconds left on the game. Give me the damn ball. LeBron said, it's 5 seconds left in the game. I'm scary. Let me pass it. And if they
nah,
miss,
he never said that, man. He never said
Play
that. Put it like this.
play-
I'm gonna put it like this in basketball terms. If it's 5 seconds on the clock, it's MJ, it's Kobe. We know who getting the ball. It might be 2-3 people on this person.
and they
And I've
still
seen
go
this
drop
happen
it.
before.
And they still
I've
go
seen
take the
that
ball.
happen before. It's 2-3
he's
people on
gonna
this
make
guy,
a
and
But
and
they
he
still
shoots
gonna
it,
take the shot.
and he
And they
doesn't
gonna
make
make
the
it.
shot.
But
LeBron
Play
is
that
smart enough to
video.
know, okay,
Play
it's 5
that
seconds
video
on the
for
clock.
him. Play that video
Listen,
for him
it's
that I
5
just
seconds
sent
on the
you.
clock. LeBron knows that they're gonna be on him. They know he's gonna be on
Yeah,
him. So it's gonna be 2
exactly.
people,
And
2-3 people on
he
me.
gonna
So I
flake
know
and he
somebody's
gonna
gonna
miss
be
it.
open. I know somebody's gonna be open. I'm gonna pass them the ball. They gonna make
Okay.
the shot. Because that is what you do. That's fundamentally what you do. If you ever been to basketball camp, if you ever been on a team, this is fundamentally what they teach you. If it's 2 men on you, you give it up. Come on.
give it up so you don't have to take the blame. You don't have to take the blame when y'all lose.
No, you give it up because that's the right play. And that's the play that will help you win. It's 2 men on you. It's 3 men on you.
I'm gonna be honest.
You
I
give up
don't
the
watch
ball.
basketball. I don't watch basketball, so I don't know the rules and regulations and all of that that's going on. But what I will say is that when it comes, I'm gonna put it in football terms. You put the ball in the best player hands when the time it comes down to when you need a score. So I know what you're saying about what they teach you. But if I was, coaching a basketball team or a football team or whatever, the last person touching that ball, if we gotta have it, is my best player on that court or that field. Don't matter. It
Big
just
fact.
is what it is.
It's 2-3 men on your best player. You got 2 other men
If
open.
I
You
had to
mean to tell
choose,
me
if
on a
Michael
football? Let's
Kobe,
put it in football terms. Let's put it in football terms. It's
let's
2
go.
men on your wide receiver, on your
Hmm.
star wide receiver. It's 2 men on him. That means a
Okay.
man is wide open. You're not gonna throw it
Does
to the
that
wide
mean
open
that?
man.
Hey,
Yes,
if I look,
he does.
we put it in football terms. We put it in football terms. If I got
Wide
Megatron,
open.
if I got Megatron on as my receiver in a game on the line,
He getting that ball.
guess who
Yeah.
getting the ball in
Well,
double
see
coverage?
that
Because
I ain't
because
gonna
let me
lie.
say this.
That
Let me
dude is
say this.
awesome. That dude is
No, but let me say
awesome.
this.
That
Let me
dude,
tell you this, Cord.
he can do that with 3 people on him. I give you that
No,
one.
but Cord,
I
listen
give
to
you
me.
that one on football.
Let me tell you why it's gonna always go to the best player. Because if as the
Okay.
coach or the teammate or whatever the case may be, if I make the decision to put the ball in my best receiver's hand or whoever's hand, and we don't get it, I still made the correct call because that is what they are paid to do. They're the best player on the team. So yes, we might lose in that situation, but they was put to make those clutch plays and things like that. That just is what it is. With who the Bears had last year, we had DJ Moore and we had Keenan Allen. You got one person that was a vet who is gonna be in the Hall of Fame, and then you got DJ Moore who been around for a long time, who has played under multiple quarterbacks, good or bad, however you want to see them. Okay. But my thing is that Caleb Williams was told you put that ball in Keenan Allen's hands. He's a vet. He's the route runner. He's the person that's going to make that play. So if you watch the games, he did that. Now, were there times when DJ Moore got the ball in clutch situations? Yes, because DJ Moore was in the game. And guess what? He
Yeah,
made it
but see
happen. They not gonna
now
throw
you
the ball to
losing me because
Romaduzze in no game winning situation and he the rookie. As good as he is, we not doing that.
I
you losing me because you're using the Bears as an example, and y'all gave up on Justin Fields,
N-
and that
n-
didn't sit right
Okay,
with
so
me.
let's not
That
talk about
didn't
that.
sit
That
right
didn't sit
with
right with me either. That is my fault. I'll follow him, but I'm just saying.
Hey, but didn't y'all just get rid of Cooper Kupp?
Hmm.
Yeah, we got rid of Cooper Kupp. Do you see who we got? We got Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams
Come
is
on,
done
man.
for. Done.
Nah,
He's
he
done.
ain't done for. He ain't done
Okay.
for. He
Okay.
ain't done for. But you know what? I didn't want to get rid of Cup. That was a salary issue. That was money. That was about
That
money.
was money.
Because I would have figured a way to keep him. Because he
Mm-hmm.
wanted to stay around. So
Mm-hmm.
I would have figured a way to keep him. But
Mm-hmm.
something had to be done. Somebody had
Right.
to go.
Right. Keenan Allen
Somebody had to
coming back,
go.
I think. So y'all got him back. Y'all
Players
get him
fuck
back.
up. Players fuck up too. All right. So the other topic that was up for consideration that we'll probably just say for another day was dating apps. Do you believe in them? I for one do. Shout out to Bay. All right.
Now
So
he got it back.
once again, for the last 4 weeks, I've only been talking about one person.
Okay.
You ain't been paying attention. We gonna
I
go to
haven't. I can't even lie.
we gonna go to break. We're gonna wrap it up here shortly. We'll be right back. More Herc for us. Stay tuned.
Mm-mm.
Welcome back to Herc's, where I am your girlfriend's favorite podcast host to be heard. And if she says I'm not, y'all know the rest. All right, we have come to my favorite part of the show, and it is songs you know you should not have been singing as a kid. Now, this can be any song you know, word for word. I'm talking about frontwards, backwards, left, side to side. But you know you should not have been singing this song with your whole chest before the age of 18. Cord, you up first.
I'm trying to think. Well, Adina Howard, I'm a freak. I'm gonna be a freak.
Ooh, okay.
What's that?
Freak like me.
Freak like me, yeah.
How that go?
You, I'm gonna be a freak to the
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I
yeah.
got it. Okay.
Yeah. Then she had a t-shirt and my panties on and all that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Let me see. Crystal, what you got?
Usher, nice and slow.
Mm.
Now what you know about nice and slow?
I know the whole song.
They call me USHER. Ha! Oh yeah, I like that one.
Now, baby, tell me what you want to do with me. All
I
right.
feel like
So
we probably shouldn't have been singing them B2K and Pretty Ricky songs. Cause who made that? I wanna sex you to you for faster. Who was that?
Oh yeah. That's pretty Ricky.
pretty Ricky.
Yeah, we should have been singing that.
I mean, technically, I was over 18 when that Blue Star. I was 18 when that Blue Star album came out.
Oh, I wasn't. I'm younger than y'all.
I just got
Or
out of high school.
you can say that Bump and Grind R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. My song this week is trying to think, man. I had one, but
Oh,
then
y'all remember that? While you thinking, y'all remember that? Age ain't nothing but a number.
Oh
All of
yeah.
them Pretty Ricky songs.
see, I was gonna use Pretty Ricky, but that was like I was 18, so I can't really.
Oh,
Cause
see,
that's like what
I
it
was still a
ain't that
kid.
like 05?
Right, it was 05.
Yeah,
Oh,
oh
oh
05. Yeah, I
five. I was
graduated.
in. Oh yeah, I was in seventh grade singing that.
All right, so I'm gonna go this week. I'm gonna go. What the hell you know about knowing you ready? Shut up.
Hmm.
Why the door open? Because I'm waiting for my baby to come back in the room. Clean up after your baby. She pooped again. She peed, fixed it. And shut up, I'm recording. Shit, I just saw it. I was gonna play it. All right, I'm gonna go. I want to know about Joe this week.
That was inappropriate.
I want to know.
Want to know?
What turns me on? Yeah, okay,
I want to know what turns you on.
yeah, that's inappropriate.
Yeah, I definitely shouldn't have been. Matter of fact, I shouldn't have been singing Joe. I want to know, and I probably shouldn't have been singing a lot of Joe songs because, what's that one? Was that it ain't yes? I want to know that was on the Don't Be a Menace soundtrack. So when he put that hot dog in that girl mouth, that's the baby's food. That's the baby's lunch food.
Oh.
So
Sugar Hill Gang, Rapper's Delight. How'd that go? I don't know songs by the name.
that's the first rap song.
I don't know stuff by the names. I need to hear it.
Hold on. How do you not know Rapper's Delight?
I don't know song titles. I didn't say I didn't. I don't know that.
You don't know Rapper's Delight?
Hold on.
Yeah.
You know that song?
Yeah.
It sounds like it, but I need to hear something else than that. Oh yes, I know this song. Mm-hmm.
That's Rapper's Delight.
Oh, okay.
All right. So that is songs you know you should not have been singing as a kid. As an honorable mention, I'm gonna go 3-piece. Ooh ah! Shout out to all those basement.
Yes, Chicago. Somebody said Usher. That's what it's made for. Absolutely, that's a good one.
Definitely. I definitely should have.
That's what it's made
anything
for.
off that Confessions album. Probably.
What year did that come out?
Confessions came out in
04?
01?
03, 04.
Oh yeah, I probably shouldn't have been singing that either.
So
Heck, I was that young when those songs was coming out. That came out at 03, 04?
Let's Google it real fast.
That's
I think
insane.
it came out in 04. Confessions came out in 04.
Yeah, because I think it came out of that sounds about right.
I would never forget listening to the radio when Confessions Part 2 dropped and they played it back to back like 3 times.
Hey, that was what a time to be alive. Yep, it was released March 23rd, 2004.
Oh, that's insane. I was in 04.
Mm-hmm.
I was in like 4th or 5th grade, or like, that's crazy.
Hey man, you young as hell.
I'm old, but okay.
I mean, are you though?
I am.
You say so.
Apparently, Instagram say I'm an auntie.
I mean, yeah, you might, because it's Auntie Cougarish or shit like that.
Yeah, you seen it? Yeah.
Hey, Auntie.
All right.
All right, so that is songs you know you should not have been singing as a kid. We're gonna wrap up here, man. First off, thank y'all so much for being engaged in the comments. I want to thank Krystal and Cord for coming through tonight, kicking it with me, auditioning to be the next co-host of Herc's World. If y'all liked the energy, the vibe, the topics, make sure y'all like, comment, share for the people that you like. Make sure y'all support y'all people. This will come down probably Thursday, and then it'll be available on the TCCE network. And you can stream it there, but make sure you go to the network, comment, subscribe. We'll have a poll on there for y'all to vote for the different people that y'all want. Now, I'm going to shut up again, and I'm going to let these people give their last goodbyes and last few minute spills on why they should be the co-host. So, tell the people where you can be found if you want to be found, why you should be the co-host, and a quote that you live by. Cord, you up first.
Oh man. Shoot. Reason why I should be a co-host, because you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to bring that energy and just something different to the show or whatever like that. But you can find me on Facebook, Cordero Wall. You can find me on Instagram, Cord aka Sincere. Um, you can also find me on Twitter, Cordero Wall. I'm also on TikTok, Core TV 87. And hey, I'm here, man. Vote for me.
Quotes you live by.
Quote I live by. Shit. Fuck them. That's 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 the quote I live by. Fuck them.
Krystal, what you got?
So I'm Crystal. My IG is right there at the real Crystal K. I'm mostly on Instagram. I believe all of my handles are the real Crystal underscore K. I am on Twitter. That's more of football stuff. Um, a quote I live by. I said this last time, be you, but I'll give you another one. Life is 10% what happens to us and 90% of how we react to it. Um, and you can follow me on Facebook. It's my full name, Krystal-Symone Harrington. And why I should be on the show? I just bring a different flavor, definitely coming from a woman's perspective. I'm unbiased. I'm a vibe. I like to talk. I like to share my opinions. So vote for me. Also follow me on social media.
Cool. Cord, drop your ID in the comments.
Okay. Let me see if I'm gonna do it.
Okay. Man, that is part 2 of the 3-part auditions. Next week is the third and final week of live Herc's World auditions, man. And like I told y'all last week, part of the reasoning of looking for a new co-host is we going on year 3 of Herc's World, and I had a conversation with a couple people about my frustration with kind of coming up with different topics and different things to talk about or finding guests to be on the show. And I kind of in that conversation kind of went like, hey, Herc, you got the platform, but you do need some help. So I swallowed my pride and said, all right, let me just go. Let me find a co-host that can vibe with me, I can bounce ideas and topics off of, that will gel and mesh with y'all, the audience, and that y'all can connect to and that y'all will enjoy listening to. Because I know y'all sometimes get tired of, hearing my perspective, hearing me. So part 3 starts next week. We have 2 more, or the final 2 potential co-host. It'll be 2 ladies next week. So I will be finally outnumbered. I don't know how that happened. It just kind of happened. So
You gonna act a fool next week.
I gotta act a fool next week because it's just gonna
Yeah.
I gotta stand up for the guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that one.
But fellas, y'all be in the comments helping me out. Don't have me out here looking crazy. So that's next week, man. But remember to vote for your people. I hate this fucking dog. I hate my fucking dog. You made me lose my train of thought, Charlie.
You
Okay, cool.
said don't forget to something.
Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, vote for your people. That's one. Two, look, I'm gonna be y'all know I like to be honest and transparent. My daughter's only been here since Sunday.
Mm.
When is nigga going home? Because whoever said raising a teenager or having a teenager was fun obviously lied. Because all this woman wants to do, or this young lady wants to do, is sit up here, watch YouTube, be on her phone, scream at her friends, and
Hmm.
be up under me. Do I like it? Yes. Am I gonna complain about it? Hell yeah. Go to bed. Like, read a book. Do something else. You on my nerves. Like, when you going home? But nah, I have thoroughly enjoyed having my baby here this week. I took her to her first ever Greek probate show on Monday.
He
Um,
did that for him.
Mm.
Technically, it was not for me. It was not for me.
I've been picking with him, y'all. I've been picking with him. I've
Um,
been telling him he did.
Maybe a little bit, but
See?
so I took her to that. She thoroughly enjoyed it. She may not have posted a video of the noobs. So
Ooh,
um,
I'm sorry. My child father is a new.
I feel bad. See that I feel bad.
Don't. Those are some very nice men. Alphas are too. Anywho.
If it ain't it ain't right. But I digress. So yeah, I took her to that, man. We're supposed to be making slime today or tomorrow. And then we'll do something else on Friday before she goes home this weekend. Um, Pray
Well,
for my
enjoy it.
that's what I need y'all to pray for my pockets. Because
Okay.
Shawty feel like her daddy rich and her daddy ain't got it like that yet.
Yeah, she is
But
too.
we're gonna manifest that Herc's World gonna blow up with the new co-host, and we're gonna get syndicated, and we're gonna be on all networks, and we're gonna be cashing hundreds of $1 million checks. So that's what I got. As always, if you don't work, you don't eat, you gotta crawl for you can walk, walk for you can run, and man, run before you can fly. I am your girlfriend's favorite podcast host, the Big Herc. And to the next time you see my face or hear my voice, remember, pull up real close for this one. Remember, in life, there are choices. Some are good, some are bad. Whatever choice you make is your choice. But never will it ever be a good choice to say LeBron is better than Mike.
Oh my.
Out.